Hi. It's a little mellow right now. I'm able to entertain y'all. So it didn't happen again. 2 years later, another cat in the backyard screaming at a whole new house. I seen the cat back there. I think I put her on TikTok too. It was funny because Cyrus didn't react to her how I thought he was gonna react to it. Like it was a boy. It wasn't a boy. It was a girl. It was a mommy cat. You hear? So far only Cyrus likes her. Uh, Princess thinks she's coming to take her throne. Priscilla don't give a damn. And I guess with Thunder, it's gonna take some getting used to. She acts like a damsel in distress. But I think she's still just looking for her mom. That's all we heard was this. I couldn't think. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't settle my soul. And it always happens like that. I hear it, but my daughter finds it. So I told Zena she's staying outside until she go get her. So Zena's looking at me like I can't stand you. So then I went upstairs, and then my daughter come upstairs with a cat in her hand. And I'm thinking it's like, okay, what are you talking about? I didn't think it was the new cat. I thought it was a bad cat. I thought Princess was being bad. Long story short, we got a little bitty thingy thing. Yeah, we got a little bitty thing. See, she found Cyrus. Cyrus is so sweet. Thunder was a little sweet too. He lays there so she can feel safe, but I feel like me laying him next to her when he was asleep kind of caught him off guard because it's a girl. He snatched her and he hissed a way I never seen was in him because I ain't gonna lie, I flipped him up off of it like, boy, who the hell are you? So I thought I was finding her home, but yeah. My daughter thought, well, this is just gonna be my cat, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually the one trying to stop, and you done started back. I done got content, said this is what it's gonna be, this is where it's gonna be at, and then here we go. This girl crazy. I think she's still looking for her mom, though. I guess her mama brought her here. She kept sitting out there trying to tell me something, but I didn't know. I thought she was just hot. She just kept laying in the driveway. Then she'd pop back up coming out of the damn woods because, I don't cut the grass. Well, I wasn't ever planning on cutting that shit. But I don't cut it too low because of situations like this. The female cats need somewhere to hide to have their children safely. So, I don't know. I got a problem, huh? Feed the children. Save the children. Save the animals. Good shit. Good luck saving the damn human. But at first, I wanted all my grass to go in the backyard so I can see exactly what it is. Like, what kind of herbs is back there. I know I got some blackberries back there. Should I take them and put them in a blender? But there's nothing else back there, and this tree is dying. Yeah, me and my daughter was going through it. She was like, oh, look at these good old bad weeds. Anyway, this is the deck my daughter picked out, so I'll be doing a Capricorn reading out of this. What's the energy for Cancer Leo? Messages. Flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. This been your energy for a minute now. I feel like it's time for you to, divine abundance, baby. There you go, right there. You were born to align with love's will. Follow the TAO and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Ooh. But I feel like this. That's so funny because something was telling me to get my amethyst crystal today. That's so freaking funny because it was right there, and I'm like, and I kept trying to fix the chain on my clear quartz, and the amethyst kept saying, "Hey, Seymour," but it's something about you have just decided to sit back and let it go. Just let go, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Everything's gonna work out fine, you know. Just let go. And I feel like you could be realizing that you are doing this. You're starting to be more. I wish peace, love, and light. I just okay. Thank you so very much. I appreciate your time. You're starting to say more stuff like that. And you probably don't even realize you're saying it. Because you became at peace. Even if something not even going your way, you just at peace with the fact that, okay, thank you for helping me. Even though I know your bitch ass lying. Something like that. Yeah, you did. What's going on here with Cancer, Leo, close in this flow? I'm gonna come back after I go take care of some business and do it all times. If the weather ain't weathering. They say this the last day of the weathering, but the humidity feel good. Five of Pentacles in reverse. You about to start recovering from the deficits you are in, the financial debt you are in. You starting to pay your bills. Something is coming in that's gonna help you come up out of whatever you're in. What's going on with Cancer, Leo, close in this flow energy? Cancer, Leo, close in this flow, spirit and ancestors. Congratulations. Hey, have y'all heard the story of Mahogany Jackson? I was on my little true crime journey, you know. I love documentaries and journeys and shit, and then she popped up. Then I'm like, it's like old girl in Chicago who was in the freezer. You know, everybody was gone off of that. Man, my butt got so deep into that. I went back to find the land it was built on, the hotel it was before it was Crown, who was the Crowns that owned it, that generation. Man, I went so back on that doggone. It was just like, wow. Because it's something about what the mama said when she walked in that hotel. And had anybody ever seen American Horror Story in that hotel? That's what I instantly started thinking about. So I started looking at the history of the hotel. But no. Mahogany Jackson? Oh my God. That was just like, are you kidding me? And the fact that political officials involved, police officers, the mayor's son, baby, like what? The torture, the rage, the jealousy, the mother husband. Because, you know, when stuff like that start happening, a lot of narratives start coming and getting twisted and confusing people to get you away from the truth. But it was something they had said about this particular Vito. He was somebody connected to somebody who, he's connected to one of the officers in that county. But then the officers are sleeping with the girls that did it with him. But anyway, yeah, go. If you want to look at something, if you want to see a little documentary, go watch the documentary of Mahogany Jackson. But of course, the written details is, baby, it's lethal. It's just too much to bear. And it's like, because she was like a couple years older than my daughter, I just was like, oof. And then when they started saying the mama was offing her off, and she had the baby at 17, and then the mama put her out because the boyfriend wanted her, and man, My soul ain't never cried for nobody the way it cried. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Then when it showed her actually getting out of that space, going to get herself together, and how she was sending these messages to her mama, trying to tell her mama, like, Mama, I'm on my way, I'm doing my thing. You are a queen. You did what you could. I was just like, she was trying, and this lady just didn't even care. Mm. So the picture that's up here on the screen is Mahogany, and all the way in Alabama, Mississippi, Alabama. I knew Alabama was bad, but I thought it was bad like as far as racism, because you know when I was young, you know Alabama and Mississippi was like the yeah. And then they didn't talk much about Texas. But it seemed like the people there now are so desperate, or so, what's the word? It's like they have given up, that they just have become accustomed to the toxicity, that they're okay with being in such a polluted, filthy environment. I ain't trying to talk y'all to death, but it's talking about that damn girl, that story. And when I read it, because I had to read more detail, because they was like, okay, this, that. But then when they said sodomy, I was like, what? You did what? And then, I ain't trying to talk about looks or nothing, but it was like in that moment, you realized why everybody was so mad. She was beautiful. These things, baby, and the thing that set her up, now they're connecting it to rituals, initiations. I think 3 months after it happened, the mama talking about, I just signed on my new house. I don't even think I would be sane until they were put in the dirt themselves. And then that is live footage that is still now circling the dark web. Other things that happened to her from multiple people. Like she got took from house to house to house, getting art and signed by male and females. And some of the people was still out. And one of the guys who got a hold of the tape, watched it, put some of it up online. He was up there saying, like, y'all got me effed up. Like, why? He was saying, like, to the family, these people still walking the street and y'all ain't doing nothing about it. Only to find out he was the dude who was connected to it, who cousin was in the police force, who came over to the house that could have saved her, but instead he got sexual favors and went on about his way. Baby, look that story up. It was YouTubers started coming after this one particular man. I feel like they came after this one particular YouTuber because of the amount of information he knew. And I feel like that YouTuber, because in the end I wound up siding with him, because in the end his content matched the actual content. I feel like he have his own inside connect with the police force, because everybody he said that he was going to make sure went the F down. All the way down to the man who originally released the footage on YouTube saying that if he was there, he would have helped the girl. But baby, and then they were Crips. Okay, let's talk about that. They were Crips. And it's the mother I can't get over the mother. And then down there in the South a little bit, don't come for me, because y'all can say whatever the heck y'all want to. That's why they say when the Black South rising, rises, the revolution will begin. It's they said for a reason. A lot of those women choose they men over the woman. Still that woman are our loose mindset down there. They gotta have this man. This man had God gave me this man. You know all that dumb shit people sit in their head. But yeah, she chose that man, and now see the daughter had a disability. I mean, Mahogany had a 3-year-old daughter who had a disability that got a check and got food stamps. She got out of Mississippi. I mean, she got out of Alabama and moved to Jasper. Moved to Jasper in some subsidy housing and was getting herself together, right? And I feel she wanted to get herself together to end up getting her child back in the end. So her mother came out there. This is the part that pissed me off. Her mother came out there for, I think, intentionally to start chaos and confusion, because I'm going to tell you something about a dark-ass mother. When she see you happy, when she see you growing, when she see you just might be able to make it, she gonna come and sabotage it. You want to know why? Because I hate to put it on the floor like this, but I had a mother like that. I have a mother like that. That's why I'm not in communication with my mother like that. I don't. Because it's like every turn, happiness for me, all the way down to my daddy's death, she made it so that I was the terrible one. Like I was, y'all was here. I told y'all when I said my mom didn't contribute at all. My mother, for my dad or my brother, she just was like, oh well, you figure it the fuck out type thing. Like, I just couldn't get that through my head. And so when my dad passed, she was like, he with his favorite daughter. And it was just like, damn, even from his grave, you still hating. And then the war started with my sisters and I, because don't justify her hurt for mine. Because I could never, ever, ever, ever respect a woman that can't bury her firstborn. And then they said, well, everybody grieves different. And so my grief is less different than hers. I'm going to talk about it. So they was just mad. Yeah, I did. I exposed her all on social media because you had too much, Helfer. You had too much. You had all our friends and everybody thinking you was some goose that laid a golden egg, and you are sick. And then, to just think about it though, you at your brother's memorial, because I never called it a funeral. You plan it, you do everything. I did it with my cousins. The cousins everybody love to hate. The ratchet ones, I tell y'all, don't let me call them damn cousins, because they love tearing shit up. Nah, don't give them a reason to tear it up and take your money now. But to sit up there and not come contribute to nothing and then get mad because everybody who was helping get through this didn't call and whine at you. Like, oh my poor baby, you lost your son. And then just imagine being there and everybody coming up to you asking you, where's your mom? And at this time, my dad was still alive. My dad, within his habit of 25 years, was dressed and groomed and at my brother's memorial. Do you understand me? So and then my sister came from out of town. I mean, people came. I don't know where people came from. I ain't gonna even lie. I was so zoned out. A lot of people said I was. A lot of people said I talked to them and everything. I do not remember these people at all. I don't remember them being there. But one close friend I grew up with, he said, yeah, you didn't seem like you was all there. And then, my auntie had the audacity, because my job, they made us all T-shirts. And I mainly got T-shirts for the cousins. And it was like 1 or 2 extra ones. Of course, his children had them. But next thing I know, my auntie gonna come up to me talking about something. Where's my T-shirt at? Bitch, I just laughed and walked away because the fuck you, a T-shirt? A T-shirt. A T-shirt. And I didn't even know the first step of how to bury somebody. I came to you first. And you told me, I don't know what to do. Oh, you don't know what to do. Oh, okay then. You don't know what to do. Beautiful. So it was just like, was wicked to me. It was wicked. And then my uncle came up here, baby. My uncle came up here, and he had told us to go in the house, and he read both of them. He read all three of them. My other uncle and both my mama and my auntie to filth. And can't nobody cuss you out like your sibling now. Can't nobody cuss you out like your sibling. So he was on that porch, and we was like, ooh, 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 baby. And then when my dad died, my mama homegirl who she grew up with, she just could not believe my mama didn't bury the love of her life. And I wasn't usually the one to drop a dub on somebody, but I gave her my mama number because I feel like the reason why they felt that was some bull crap. She fell out with my mama over me. And I'm like, what? I came back from Texas and I really didn't have nowhere to go. So she let me and my children go there. And next thing you know, my mama got mad. And I'm like, like, what do you want from me, lady? Because even in my delicious era, and I was trying to get my stuff together, got a good old job, got me a little hoopty, a little whippity whip whip whip, me and my son out here. I got me a little crib, needed a babysitter. Nope. Then I had my daughter, and that's how they fell all over me. Because I had lived with her. Not only that, my aunt snapped on her because she said she did not like how she talked about my daughter, and she said she haven't even seen her granddaughter in 5 years. So when she finally got to see my daughter, because everybody know when I had my daughter, didn't nobody even know I even had a doggone daughter damn near until she graduated. Nobody knew. Everybody knew I had my son. I had my son young. I had my daughter at 26. I disappeared. I literally disappeared, moved to the other side of town, and was in a hole raising my daughter and my son. But she just did not like how I talked. She just did not like how she talked about my daughter. She didn't call her her granddaughter. She called her that girl. I was like, because I was telling my auntie, like, don't tell me nothing else, because this is sick. This is sadistic at this point. So these are aunties that I never knew wasn't my auntie until I was a grown-ass adult. So Aunt Ruthie and Jardine. So when Aunt Jardine passed, she never ever told me. I never even knew my auntie had passed. And she know that auntie was like my real mama in my head. So when my cousin was like, yeah, make it to my mama's funeral and stuff like that. I'm like, your mama's funeral? Like, what the fuck? I was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck you mean? She gone? But we was just over at the crib chilling like the previous summer. And she was the one that had exposed everything about how I got my name. She the one put it all on the floor. It wasn't no line after she put it on the floor. I was just like, oh my God. Then I'm sitting up here telling my doggone daddy about it, his sister, because that was like his sister. He knew her. He knew her, I think, before my mama. Yeah, he met her in church when he was young. So they was like this. So that's how I never knew her as nobody else besides my damn auntie. So anyway, I'm up here telling my daddy why he in the doggone hospital. Because I'm even telling him, like, you could have told me Aunt Jardine died. And she was like, he like, wait, what? And I'm like, you knew Aunt Jardine died and you couldn't tell me she had died. And he was looking like, he just started shaking his head and pulling on his cords and was like, no. And then he started crying. Then he said, I didn't know. Because he had the thing in his throat. He kept saying he didn't know. And I'm like, that was another war I had with my mama. Because you didn't tell my daddy? She was like, you need to just close your mouth. What? Bitch, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. So that whole, yo mama this and yo mama that, and you better this, your mama no, stay away from her. She will finish you. She will sacrifice you. Because remember I told y'all, you do not know what these people, what people got in these their bloodlines. And one thing I knew about my mama used to sit in her bedroom all alone in the dark and talk to herself. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of us talk to ourselves. I talk to myself. But this one particular time, I started to sneak to hear what she was saying. Because she didn't have the radio. Usually she had the radio up loud. I just talk to myself. My kids know I'll be up there talking. I'll be talking myself through something, you might as well say. Or you know how you about to go to meetings, or you just had it out, or you about to have an argument. And then especially when you have an argument with somebody, you be like, damn, I forgot to say this, and that. And you like, I should have told that motherfucker one. Anyway, so mama was in there. She was doing this shit. Right? And it scared the freaking F out of me, right? And I'm going to tell you why. It scared the F out of me because on my birthday, not on birthday, when I was in jail, right, I had got a new bunkie. I got a clear woman. She slept on the floor. She didn't take my original bunkie bed because my original bunkie just rid it out to another county to take care of it, to get it ran in conjunction together, right? She used to lay on that mat with her face turned towards the wall, and she used to say those same fucking things, right? To the point we got in an altercation because you disturbing me. I wasn't aware of my intuitiveness or what I had going on with me back then. I just knew this heifer wasn't right. So the lady next door to me, she was like, probably my age 9. She had committed a crime, some stupid shit, whatever. And she was pregnant, but she was the sweetest freaking lady of all time. She was like a real auntie to me. So, because I was straight up on some, I was young. Y'all, damn it, I was 18. I was on some square up, bitch, because you weird. Because I'm like, sit in that corner and shut the fuck up. Just go to sleep. I cannot sleep. You talking to demons. I don't know who you talking to. Just shut up. And she's like, you can't tell me what to do. You can't. Watch me. You got to go. You got to get the fuck up out this bitch. So they was like, please don't do it, Watson. Please, Watson. I said, please don't do it. They gonna like you down. I don't want them to like you down, Watson. They gonna like you down. They gonna put you in the third pod D. Pod D was crazy bitches. But I'm like, no, but she got to shut the hell up. So it was this lady, the deputy, Jackie. She knew who the heck I was because I had gotten a previous confrontation with a chick named Baby Huey. I called her Baby Huey, and because she had me fucked up. Baby, I got a story to tell. I'm sorry. This wound up being the story time. Long story short, though, that's where that fear had came from my mom saying that stuff to me. But, saying that stuff in her room. So it was really just like, what are you talking? What? And I just was like, every corner I took, it was just negative. Then when my dad passed, his whole stimulus check came. And I was just like, oh my God. And so I was like, fuck it. I'm about to go see if I can cash it. I was power of attorney. Went right up here to the liquor store. They let me cash it. He was like, give me power of attorney pieces of paper. I gave it to him. And then he was like, all right. And I was like, so he might get another one because you know the law. And he was like, yeah, just bring it on up here. You already in the computer. So I'm like, okay, good. This is like my payback. Me and my kids payback for the good deed. So I sent my sister some money and, of course, sent my kids money because we was the one here taking care of my dad. She calls me and talk about who I should send the money to, what I need to pay for. My dad had a storage that he didn't pay for 3 months. So I was supposed to waste the money on a storage full of tools and minuscule things probably because it was a little bitty storage. Or was I just going to take the money and use it to benefit me and my kids? Because all of those sisters could have been came together and helped me pay for that storage. I've been told them how much it was. I'm supposed to pay for everything. You are supposed to reap the benefits. What in the name of crack-a-doodle-doo, are y'all home? So then I did. I sent her the greatest letter I ever told. And just I told her, like, I now realize what everybody say. You are a jealous woman. Like, it was deeper than that. I went deep. I went deep into my childhood. She got mad at stuff. I got my first perfume. She got mad because my daddy said I liked it. I wanted a ring. I ain't gonna never forget this. I wanted a ring when I was 12. I asked my daddy for it. That's the first man in my life. And he came back with all of these rings. She got mad that they was from the beauty supply. Why would you give me anything else? As I got older and realized, I'm not buying that shit for my damn daughter. Hell no, because she gonna be effed it up. So it was just, and then I was the first one he taught how to play spades on Christmas. Mad about that. I'm the oldest girl. You on. You mean. She was mad when I was a baby that I couldn't drink faucet water. He had to go buy all of these gallons of water for me. Couldn't nobody hold me. All of these stipulations came with me. And I'm like, but what? How many women would love this? But she gonna say that he wouldn't do nothing for the brothers, for my brothers. Okay, but you stayed with him, and then 4 years later had me. What is happening, woman? What is happening? Then she said she didn't know who he named me after until one day he walked by and heard me talking. And for the life of me, I couldn't get that story. I couldn't believe that story, and I still can't believe that story because what is happening a year or two later that he's talking about who he named me after? Who is he on the phone with to come up with this discussion? Who? So anyway, just be careful because a lot of us want that companionship and that love that our mom supposed to give us. I feel like a lot of time we're led to believe our mothers is going to give us that, or we obsess over what we feel a mother should be and how she should be in the nourishing, loving way she should be instead of who she is. And the only thing I could do was make sure I would never be like that to my children. And even my brother, I don't understand. Anybody who challenged her, she has that opinion because my brother challenged her in front of all of us. It was just, I don't know at the time if it was a sense of fear or if it was just shock or the forces that came out of her that had us all in silence. But we was in silence when she raged back at him. But then again, I feel like it still was a sense of demonicness. Because the rivalry she had with her and her mother was just that. She was the one that was on the outs. So another thing my mom did, she tried to make me Sarah Jane. Anybody know what Sarah Jane is from Imitation of Life? She tried to say I was Sarah Jane and I hated her so much, but and I just didn't understand where she was getting this from. It was stuff that she was creating in her own head because I never ever showed signs of hatred towards her. I really was heartbroken. Like, it was up when it came to my mind. Y'all know how it be like even when my daddy used to abandon her ass, go do his damn thing, and she was in the house all by herself. I pulled up. Let's go. We out. Fuck them. Fuck them. We in these streets. I was the one, not the sisters. Me. Not the brothers. Me. I pulled up. We was in these streets. Gang, gang. We was all over the place. We was downtown. We was at the casinos. That's why she wound up at the casino in the first place. She ain't started going to the casino because of my auntie. I took her to that boot. Then it used to be me and my daughter and her. My son used to be in school. My daughter was 2. We'd always get the check because I made it so she got a check. She always get the check, go and cash that boy. And we used to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy though. But that woman motherfucker never loved us. But that woman never cared for me. She is a con artist. She is manipulative. She is secretive. She's an infamous liar. But somewhere in one of these realms, I chose her, and only to find out now I understand why I chose her, and I'm proud I chose her for the simple fact her neglect made me a stronger woman and made the forces within me to never betray my children like she betrayed hers. Never will I ever on no day. Even when my brother came over and said they said something to him. They all tried to jump on him and said something. Something broke out. Confrontation broke out. And next thing I know, he walked to my house. My brother walked all the way to my house and got a ride halfway. And then that's when he had said, the first thing they gonna tell me is, please don't tell me. Because I'm the sibling, I'm about to come fuck the shit up. I'm about to come fuck shit up. I'm about to cuss everybody out. I'm putting everybody on blast. I don't care if your man there, your God there, whoever it is. I'm putting it on the floor. And then it had got so terrible to the point that my dad said, when my mom and me going at it, he's out of here. He don't want absolutely nothing to do with this situation. He's out. He's not getting in it no more. Because he hopped in something that didn't have nothing to do with me. He assumed my mom was on the phone arguing with me. She was arguing with me. And he hopped in it. And he came at me. And then you know how you trying not to? Because I was still caught up in the biblical crap. You trying not to snap on your parents. And then I snapped on them. And I even told him, I told my daddy straight up, I had some niggas come over here and you. I have them come, you. He said, okay, bingo. And then it was turned into, I do it. Because I was young. Now, don't come for me. I think I was 22 now. Don't do it. I was with it. I was whatever. But yeah. Then I went to jail, right? I went to jail. Man, my bond was $15K. I called my auntie. That's the only person number I remember. I remember it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I called her. She going. She like, oh my God. Because she was my favorite auntie. She like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Next thing I know, she was like, I'm going to see what I did. She was like, now if I come and get you, you going to pay me back right. I was like, yeah, I'm getting it, y'all. I'm paying you back. I'm done with this shit. I was done, right? Like, how I wound up in this one? I went from Oakland County to Macomb County, and Macomb County, black and white stripes, and all I needed was the ball, okay? It was over for you. It was over in that bitch. It was filthy. You didn't get to wash your clothes like you got to wash your clothes in Oakland County. It seemed like Oakland County catered to the feminineness. We got to keep our clothes clean, when you go on cycles and stuff like that. Macomb, they don't give a shit. Bleed out, bitch. It was terrible. But anyway, she never came and got me. I'm over here waiting on her to come get me. Bitch never came and got me. So next thing I know, I got sent over to back to Oakland County. And it was a close-ass friend. Honestly, it's a girl. I wish Sharita. I wish I can see her to this day. When you meet somebody and y'all like, friend, where have you been? So I met her in Macomb. She left before me. And I always wondered what happened to her. I got to Oakland, had my Timberlands and my Shirley on. I was stomping up the motherfucking stairs. Because I didn't give a damn then. I just wanted to. Everybody, I was so mad. Then next thing I know, when they let us all out, I came out and looked across the pod. There she was. And then we seen each other. It was really like a friend reunion. She said, I'm trying to figure out who is this motherfucking bitch stomping up these stairs like that. I was like, here I go. She was like, oh, my people in here. Nah, it's up, it's up, it's up. It really was up. It was like when me and her locked in together, it was really like up. And she knew one other girl, LaShonda. I actually seen her. She was super cool because when she wound up leaving me, and LaShonda stayed locked in, and it was just all three of us. And then it was baby Huey, baby. I had to take her. it wasn't even the fact that I was the biggest chick in the pie. It's just this girl was antagonizing everybody. I couldn't stand Baby Huey. And then, we already eating dog's food. So every damn day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all our trays got to go back. Because the biggest bither in the doggone pie, I'm on a water diet, a fluid. This bitch said she was on a fluid diet. I'm on a kosher diet. 1 week is fluid, 1 minute is kosher. I'm like, I never knew such qualities of food or brands or names or whatever religious food meals until I met Baby Huey. Then we got locked down because of Baby Huey. Excuse me. All this stuff started happening because of Huey. Huey couldn't be on the second floor. Huey didn't want to go to the outside, so nobody went outside. I was just fed up. And then one day, I just was like, I'm going to leave her alone. I ain't got nothing to say about it. And then I was falsely accused. Because I did give her the name, Baby Huey. That's what I used to do every time she walked by. So I stopped, but it trended. It trended throughout the pod. And then this particular day I was playing cards with the elders. This is the day old girl was hooking me up with her son in jail. Playing cards with the elders, and Baby Huey had did something. She went stupid. Because she wanted to watch something on TV. And she wanted the girls to change it off Jerry Springer. There it go right there. That was it. So they was sick of her then. By that time, it wasn't me and Baby Huey no more. It was the pod and Baby Huey. So somebody started saying, Baby Huey. And then she's like, they keep talking about me, and I know it's you. Now, mind you, this chick is 6'4", 5'6", and she's a linebacker, and she clear, and she look like Baby Huey. Google Baby Huey, boom. And next thing you know, there she go, charging at me, kicking the chairs and the tables out the way. And by my surprise, the elders stood up and told her, because I really wasn't paying no attention. I laughed, of course. It was so funny how it became so fun. It was funny. Shit, nigga, I'm 19. That shit was funny. Okay? So, next thing I know, she's charging at me. I know it's you. So the elders like, no, don't bring your F.A. butt over here. No, ain't nobody that did nothing. I'm like, I ain't say it this time. Like, I really didn't say it. Like, I had no reason to lie. She's still charging. Now I'm standing up at my defense. And then the first thing I do, what I always do, boom, throw some shit in the bitch. I got to toss something in the bitch face. I don't care. First I threw the cards, boom, at her forehead, boom, then a drink. What's up? You big earthly creature? You fifth wonder? What's up? Next thing you know, you heard, locked down! And you get locked down. So if you didn't get locked down, you got charged by guards. So we went and got locked down. So I went on to my damn room because I didn't give a damn at that time. And that was it. After we was locked down for like 2 hours, it was lunchtime or something. No, it was dinner time. Next thing you know, Baby Huey was gone. Nobody wanted Baby Huey there. So this wasn't supposed to be about me. This was supposed to be about Mahogany and her toxic ass mom. Because now all of a sudden, like they said, they have life insurance on her, and they say a lot of parents do, and that's accurate. Your parents gonna have life insurance on you, but I never cared for her mama or her sister Spirit throughout the whole thing. Only to find out all of them people that was at that funeral was the people who wound up hearing about this story and came to support this girl. Like, how the heck did this happen to this girl? This is the number one reason why I don't give a doggone about the mama. She got a text message. Whew, this part just took me out, baby. It was a text message from her. Now, mind you, she done got kicked out of her custody, right? Because of the confrontation she had with her mama, and her mama and her got into an altercation, and her mama called the police on her because her mama was selling her food stamps. Now, mind you, She didn't go to her mama house to confront her. Her mama came to her house trying to confront her about the food stamps she's selling. I mean, I don't know. When the story got all put together, the mama came to the house to confront her about accusing her man for sleeping with or trying to sleep with her. It never was about food stamps, even though that's what she was doing. So, hold on. She ran in my son wrong. The cat did. Anyway, so she went to confront the mama about it, and I really think the mama started the whole altercation, because if the mama came there, how is it Mahogany's fault that she whipped her ass? That's her house. So that was really self-defense. But remember, the police is in on this. The mother is part of the Crip gang. They're all connected. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So anyway, next thing you know, she goes to jail. She gets out of jail. She get evicted from her subsidy because you can't have a fight there. The whole thing is, who told the subsidy there was a fight? That's what everybody in the uproar about. The subsidy don't naturally know that the police was at your place of residence because of a fight. They don't know that. Anyway, long story short, she goes to jail. She get evicted, but the parent, her mama and the sister, is moving all her furniture out of the house 3 days before she passed. That's what the story is telling. But the crazy thing is, so Mahogany had to come back to Alabama with nowhere to live. So she probably was like pillow to post. So when she was lured over to this person's house, that's when it all began. The torture began. Some of the things that happened is so brutal and it's so sadistic, and a lot of those women are mothers. These people, it's like 24, 25 max. I'm gonna say max, and these women already got 2 and 3 kids. And I'm like, God, because Mahogany was 17 with a child. They said one of the girls had 4 children. This is the part. Okay, let me get to the part. So, in the midst of this, a message went out to the mother, her Facebook. I've been kidnapped. Send the police, don't call. Something like that. Drop the location. She said the location she was at. It's been said the mama seen the message 10 minutes after she got it at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. But didn't alert the police to that morning. And they're trying to say, how did she send a message? Because if you align the message and what time it was sent versus the videos of when they was arguing her, because when they was arguing her, they went live arguing. I mean, they was on FaceTime with people, recording it, and people was telling them to come get your turn. Y'all. So if you align the time of the message mixed with the video footage, she wouldn't have had time to send that message. So somebody got scared. It was a mob mentality happening, and somebody feared the mob. So they sent out the distress message to the mother, because why would you Facebook the mother instead of calling the mother if you knew the mother number? So next thing you know, somebody sent out that message out of fear. It's like somebody wanted out and they seen where this was going. So they wanted out and they was hoping that the mother would get there in time. It didn't. One of the men, Vito, whatever his name is, he had footage of what was going on. And he could have sent officers over previous too, which somebody said officers was sent out, but like I told you before, they was receiving sex favors. But he had footage of this. and said he wasn't showing nobody until they got his cash app up to a certain amount of money. So anyway, Mahogany was allegedly taken out by 3 a.m. I say, murdered. I mean, and thrown on the side of a road, Devil's Row, thrown up under a mattress. I mean, they stripped her naked. They dragged her down the street, threw her in the trunk, beat her. Everybody beat her, spit her, kick on it. They picked up a baseball and just throwing it at her head. Just all those people, just like, for a mother to even hear that story and not weep, like, I don't. Why would you wait till in the morning to go see about your baby? I don't care if we just knucked if you butt that night. You send me a message like that, I'm not about to just lay there or look at the message and be like, she full of it. Like, what do you mean? You got exact location and everything. Just go see. And if she full of it, then you knock upside her head or something like that. But I can't just get that message and not do nothing. How could you not go for your baby girl, though? The amount of stuff that happened to her. And then they lied to her and told her it all rooted back to a pow that Mahogany had. Then the more and more I researched, that pow was the pow that allegedly unalived the mayor's son. The mayor you will see in no interview at all. You will never see him with the chief of police. You will never ever see the mayor in nothing. As crazy as this case went, as public as this case went, you will never see the mayor nowhere. Couldn't find out Mahogany was cool with the mayor's son. So basically they looked at her as like a witness to it. Then they said the chick Blue was obsessed with one of the girls who would do anything for her. But then the Blue girl came on live talking about basically she got some sick obsession with her, with Mahogany. She was probably low-key obsessed with Mahogany. And they saying she set Mahogany up because that was supposed to have been Blue's fate because Blue knew about the unaliving, I believe, of the mayor's son. And look, I don't know this whole story verbatim. I'm just giving y'all what I got from it. So please go check it out on your own. You just put her name in, baby, and it's gonna come up. But I guess the empathicness of me wanted more. I just wanted more. I needed to know more. I needed to know that they get them. Because I personally feel like everybody that showed up to all her, male and females, are her, yes, and sodomized her, and just all of that stuff. Never, ever. I feel like all of them should face charges that came because you actually went. Then she was handcuffed. Where they get them handcuffs from? Them officers. And then it's alleged that allegedly the officers gave it to her, but it's alleged that Vito started selling the tape on the dark web. It's this is just hard to read, to watch, to learn, to know. one of the YouTubers. I'm not gonna call him just a YouTuber because the way that man got into that case ass. Do you understand? He got in that. He made that case so personal, like it was his little sister. Because he said he had a sister. It became his little sister. Like somebody did that to his little sister. And he went as far as beefing with the dude that originally released the tape. Because kind of found out, they said he was an informant, y'all. And he was the one that was supposed to have been alleged killed the mayor. Unalived the mayor's son. Allegedly. Okay, this is allegedly. But they're awaiting trial now. A lot of them said a lot of them girls was punks. Like 2 of them was the real goons, but most of them was punks, and you know they had a mob with them, so it was like it was whatever. The story was led by Mahogany. Now, don't get me wrong. She was in the streets. I mean, just think, 17 years old and had a baby. What the heck you thought was going on with that girl? Usually, when you see that kind of promiscuous in a young lady, something had happened to her as a child or early on. But when the streets got hold of her mother, and her mother doing a lot of this fake crying, the streets started exposing the mother and how the mother used to trick her off. Yeah, it was just so much, y'all. It was so much. And so they said the mama was a hot little whatever too. And then one of the girls who she had a rivalry with, you know, they had a rival. They went back and forth fighting each other, jumping each other with their girls. They didn't know Mahogany got to the house. She had no clue that girl was going to be there. One of the houses. Had no clue that girl was going to be there, but she was there. She beat the crap out of her, and then you can see in the footage, Mahogany like, okay, you beat me up. You won. Like, what else do you want? It was a man that was recording, said, she says y'all beat her up. Okay, that's enough. She good. But he never really stopped nothing. I'm starting to think one of the men sent that text message. Because the women, I'm not going to lie, the women were the ones who were the most sinister to me. Because the women suggested the essay. They initiated the essay. Sorry to bore y'all reading like this. I'm going to give y'all reading after this. Anybody that's interested, just go check out the woman. I know a lot of people don't be wanting to care about these kind of stories, but somebody got to care about our children and pay more attention to these toxic parents. These pathetic mothers and fathers out here all over the world. Yeah, we want to sit up there and say, well, mothers have it so bad. All of us got it bad. You, like I told people, hurt people, that's a damn lie. Because my story, oh, it can get nasty. I can give you some nasty facts about my story. But I ain't out here hurting people. Ashe.